Yo. You're in the mix.
The world's finest, man. DJ.
It's the Big Rich Live on the Mic radio show on YouTube. Every Wednesday and Saturday evening. And we don't miss a beat.
Oh my God. Shut the front door.
What?
We keep it real. We keep it simple. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah. Big Rich here, Big Rich Live on the mic here on YouTube, Hump Day Show. We are on time and we in the right calendar day. Can you believe that? I tell you, we gonna get it together sooner or later. You know, we gonna make it do what it do. We back in the building bigger than ever. We're going to make it do what it do, like I said before, and we're going to actually answer not all of, I picked 5 questions. I'm no bullshit. I mean, you know, I have at least 100 questions. You know, a lot of them, and what I'm saying is when I say 100 questions, I'm not necessarily talking about, I'm not talking about just 100 total questions. I'm talking about I have 100 questions, you know, but I have, you know, a lot of them are redundant, a lot of them are the same subject, or a lot of them are stuff that I've answered before, we got a video for it. So the people who ask questions that we have videos for, I've already emailed you, at least I started to email you back to let you know, hey, you know, I appreciate your question, but I answered it in this video. Go ahead on, here's a link below. Go ahead on and watch that, and if it don't particularly answer your question, by all means, kick one back to me, and you know, I'll answer it, no problem whatsoever. So I hope here in this hump day, everybody's cool here in Orlando. It's sort of stormy and windy all day, but you know, hey, we survived it, and we having a good week so far. You know, all the foolishness and skullduggery going on in the world, in this country. You know, sometimes you have to shake your head, but then you got to step back, shake it off, and do something about it. You can't bury your head, close your eyes, and plug your ears, and hopefully that it'll go away. We got some trying times here. You know, we got some stuff that we got to roll with. We got some stuff we got to deal with head on, and we will. I have no doubt about it. You know, long gone are the days of the weak and the traders, really and truly. I mean, you know, you got your traders and your coons and stuff like that are out there doing damage to the community, you know, for their own self-preservation. But, you know, the conscious community is rolling in large fashion. There are people waking up every day. Believe you me, the powers that be are shaking in their boots. They thinking about it. They was like, we got to do something to stop this type of movement, if you will, to grow and fester, because, you know, we coming. Okay, we coming. So we'll start this off again with social media, capital B, capital R, Live on the Mic. That's our Twitter handle. Instagram, Big Rich Live on the Mic, _ between each word is for Instagram. The website is www.bigrichlivonthemic.com. Email address is BigRichLiveOnTheMic@gmail.com. Facebook, boom, Facebook.com /BigRichLiveOnTheMic. Blackspot.com /BigRichLiveOnTheMic. This, that, and the third. Join us. Chop it up with us. You know, let us know that you're out there. Like, share, and subscribe this, if you will. Do me a favor. Post this on your social media platforms. Tweet it out. I wasn't going to make the announcement, but I'm going to make one. We are getting really, really close to going live. We're not going to go live on all 4 shows, because remember, this Big Rich Live on the Mic has 2 shows. Then you have the movie reviews on Monday, and then you have What's the Real Deal on Friday. Those will still be on tape delay, you know. But what I'm trying to see if I can work it to get a nice little spot Saturday, maybe the Saturday show, where, you know, we can go live. I don't know if we're going to do Facebook Live. More than likely, we're not going to do Facebook Live, because, I mean, nobody wants to be put in Facebook jail, that type of bull crap there. But more than likely, we'll be doing YouTube live and that type of stuff right there. Really chop it up and see how that goes. We're working on the chat room. We already got it up and running, but I need to really feel comfortable about that type of stuff. So that's coming. That's coming. We're working on it. One of our shows will be live and in charge. We definitely going to do that. So what we're going to do, we don't really have 1 or 2 or 3 specific subjects. Like I said, I grabbed 5 relative questions that are different, from all of our social media platforms. Remember, you can direct mail me through Instagram. You could tweet me. You can email me, or you can leave a comment down below. Now, we know most of the people don't do that. I don't know why. It is what it is. I can't make you do something that you don't want to do. So just keep it coming. The normal channels that you come in, and every other show. Like I said, we're going to try to put these questions together and try to answer as many of them as we can. So the first one is from Stephanie X. She says, I'm trying to get woke. Cool. What books should I read and or what documentaries should I watch? Well, the 2 books that I'm reading right now, actually I'm reading one and I have the other one just waiting to read as soon as I finish one, is Black Labor, White Wealth, and Powernomics by Dr. Claude Anderson. Dr. Boyce Watkins pushed these out religiously. He carries around a copy of Black Labor, White Wealth with him everywhere he goes. I'm not that far yet, but I have it at my desk and I read it on my breaks. It is a wealth of knowledge, and I feel I will concur with what Dr. Boyce said, that if you have young kids, they should all, before they read Edgar Allan Poe or anything like that, they need to read Black Labor, White Wealth for sure. And then you need to read it. You need to read it and educate yourself. There's a lot of information that is out here that we just are oblivious of. And what I will say is, what was told to me is, how do you expect to teach the world when you don't even know? You know what I'm saying? How do you expect, or how would you expect people to respect your heritage, your name, your culture, your skin, if you don't do it? So definitely those 2 books. And there's a wealth. I'm talking about a wealth of documentaries out here. First of all, you got the 4 Hidden Colors films by Tariq Nasheed. Hidden Colors 1, 2, 3, and 4. I have them. I made sure my daughter has them. I'm going to make sure my lady sees them. I'm pushing them out. I mean, it is, and let me tell you something, it's not like a roots type thing. It has nothing to do with slavery whatsoever or any type of dope dealing, or it is breaking it down to where the Moors, our people, invaded countries and were kings and developed mathematics and languages and stuff as long before the Europeans came even into existence, or out of their caves, if you will. So definitely get those. One that's on Netflix now is called The 13th by Ava DuVernay. Now that's going to piss you off. That is basically how the government and the powers that be basically changed slavery, which was abolished, 150 years ago, to now mass incarceration, which is basically slavery on itself. Now, before, you get people who will email me or they will tweet me, well, they're criminals and this. Let me tell you something. Are there people who are in jail that deserve to be in jail? Oh, yeah, and never let out. But there is a large majority. Don't get it twisted. There is a large majority of people in jail and prison right now who are not guilty. Not guilty. Either they was forced into a confession, they had bad representation, they were railroaded, and evidence was fabricated and all that type of stuff there. Don't get it twisted. Do not think that everybody behind bars is guilty. And if that's the case, then this whole system needs to be abolished. Okay, everybody want to sit there and say, well, this is the best system going. Okay, so what you're trying to say is, okay, I don't want to live in Chernobyl, but I'll live in Flint. Okay, Chernobyl's going to kill me now. Flint is going to kill me later and affect my ancestors, my future flock, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me that, oh, this is the best thing coming. No, it's broken. It needs to be fixed. Or some people will say that it's doing exactly what it intended to do. Okay? And then you have 7 a.m. and gentrified ethnic cleansing American style by Jason Black and Black Channel Films. Excellent. That's another thing that's going to dig into you. But basically 7 a.m. is to wake your behind up to what's going on. And gentrified is to basically hit you upside the head and let you know how African Americans and poor people of color are being ethnically cleansed, being pushed out of their neighborhoods. So I'm not going to give any spoilers. Check it out. Check them out. Okay, so I hope I answered your question. The next one's from Jamal Stokes. He says, you told us that you got woke recently, but never told us why or how it happened. Well, why is because it needed to be done. All of us need to be woke. Okay, that's why. It wasn't anything that we all need to understand what's going on around us. And we need to understand that we need to stop going along to get along. That doesn't mean that you burn down places, rape and kill people, none of that. But all it is being meek and, okay, I don't want to come off as the angry black person. Forget that. You should be angry. You should be angry every day. But that doesn't mean that you wallow in your anger. Okay? So that's why. And how it happened was just that I got sick. I had colon cancer. I had major surgery. And I was on bed rest for like 3 months, okay, where I could not go up and down the stairs, other than my 2-week stay. And I had a lot of time to watch documentaries, to read. And I learned that I was one of those people who had blinders on, go along to get along. You might see something that is wrong, but you don't say anything. I was one of them people. I really was. I was for the majority of my career as a police officer. I was one of those people, that if I saw something, I didn't say anything. Now, I will say, to give my brother and sister officers, especially in my old department, props that it wasn't rampant. At least I didn't see it being rampant. Okay, I can only speak for what I see and what I've seen, what I know. But there were some times where you might be like, well, that really wasn't something that should have happened. So that's how I got. And once I felt, once I felt it and moved towards that, it changed my entire life. It changed my relationship with who I was supposed to be getting married to. Who I was. What did you call that? Engaged to. It changed everything. It changed my outlook, and I'm so happy, because of it. Thanks for the question, Jamal. Annalise, she writes, how do I get others to understand our plight and why black people deserve reparations? First of all, Annalise, we don't deserve shit. Excuse my French. I'm trying not to curse, but we don't deserve. We are owed. This is a debt that is owed. And I can't really tell you how to get people to understand. You just have to hit them with facts. And what's going to happen is the bell curve theory. You're going to have 10% that's not going to believe you at all. You're going to have 10% that will believe you just because it's you. And then 80% is where the rest of us are. You've got some people you have to stomp louder. You have to not yell and scream louder, but sometimes you have to bring more, facts and relevant articles and stuff like that. You have to bring out the lies and stuff like that. So basically, what I say and what I do is I get people to understand by how I conduct my life. You follow what I'm saying? How I conduct my life, how I reach out and try to help people, how I reach out and educate people. One thing that my daughter will tell anybody is my mantra is know your history. You cannot do anything for yourself, your people, your family, your neighborhood, nothing if you do not know the pitfalls of your past, if you do not know your history. And that's one of the main reasons that I feel that African Americans have become a permanent lower class, if you will, it's because our history has been stripped and destroyed from us. But what little history we have, and the fact that you can go out and get more, a lot of people are not doing that. Oh, well, I don't want to anger my boss. I don't want, hey, I'll never tell people to crap in the hand that feeds you. You know, you can't sit around there and tell the man how pissed off and how nasty he or she is, and then you expect them to pay your bills. That's just not going to happen. You know, so you got to be surgical. You have to be strategic in your moves. This is chess, not checkers. Okay? A lot of black people and people of color, poor people are playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers. I'm sorry, I'm a vice versa. They're playing checkers while everybody else is playing chess. So get it together. Get it together. So that's what I would say. That's what I was saying, ladies. You know, just continue to do what you're trying to do. Push it forward. Learn as much as you possibly can, and disseminate that information in a clear, concise, and logical way. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Paulie McMichael says, and I picked this out because, you know, he got sort of smart. He says, aren't you slightly hypocritical when you first say you're done with the Democrats, and now you're tooting the horn for the Justice Democratic wing? Well, first of all, I am through with the Democrats, but the epitome of ignorance is to say, if you come to me with something that I can get a hold of, I'm not going to listen. I never said that I would never listen to the GOP. What I said is I will never vote for a GOP candidate in its current incarnation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I'll talk to them. Remember, we was talking about the Negro Whisperers and stuff like that, Steve Harvey. I had no problem with them going to actually talk to Donald Trump. But what the hell does Steve Harvey, Ray Lewis, you know, and people of them ilk have, you know about anything? If I have the cachet, let's just say I'm Ray Lewis. Okay, I'm Jim Brown. I have the cachet to have an audience with the upcoming president. Okay, I'm going to take that meeting, but then I'm going to bring maybe Dr. Boyce Watkins, maybe Dr. Michael Eric Dyson, Dr. Claude Anderson, you know, these types of people, Ava DuVernay, you know, there's another one, the new Jim Crow. I'm sorry about this sister, brilliant sister. I would bring them with me. You follow what I'm saying? So while we're talking, because we got this audience because of my cachet, but I don't really know what I need to know. So let me bring somebody who do, and then we'll tag team. But that's not what they did. And see, with this Democratic, with the Justice Democratic way, I've made it known from the beginning. And I had somebody left me a comment on my comment, and I had to comment back. You got to come to me toting what we, first of all, it can't be all white men or the majority of white men. It cannot. Okay? This country is, if you add all other minorities, is almost, if I'm not mistaken, 41% minorities, something like that. So come on. You know, if you're going to do that, then I can't get with you because this is no different. The representation is no different than the mainstream Democratic Party and the GOP. So I'm not tooting anybody's horn. What I'm saying is I read their platform, I like their platform, but like I said, they got to come to me and let me know this is inclusive. Period. And if it's not, they can kick rocks too. That is what it is. Last question real quick. Joshua D. Are we lost as a people because you said in your review offenses that our parents didn't prepare us? Well, there's a lot of people whose parents did not prepare them. My parent prepared me. I prepared my daughter. You follow what I'm saying? So it's not either or. You know what I'm saying? It's not everybody did. But yes, there are lost sheep amongst this flock that needs a hand up. And certain people you got to cut off. Certain people just ignorant. They just want to be ignorant. You know what I'm saying? There's an ignorant wing in our culture, in our race, and then there is a traitor coonish wing. Those two wings need to be unasked. Now, when we get to rolling, and that's what we're trying to do right now with the conscious community, if you understand your ways and now you want to come to us and you want to evolve into where we're going and roll with it, cool. If not, kick rocks, because I'm guarantee you when the dust settle, you're going to want to be around with us. You know, so it is what it is, okay? So that's going to be the end of this show real quick. Thanks for all my messages. I will see you Friday on What's the Real Deal. I don't know the subject yet, but I'll tweet that out. Saturday show, a Big Rich Live. That won't be the live show, but we're doing what we can do, right? So in the meantime, in between time, stay blessed, stay safe, stay woke. Peace. And I'm out of here.